Hello and welcome back to Spend Fanimation. I'm your host, Dennis Bithoulkas, and it's time for Helstrom, Season 1, Episode 1, Mother's Little Helpers. So, welcome everybody. This is a Hulu show, by the way. So, for those of you wondering what that is, it's Marvel as well. So, before I get to it, let me take care of some business. If you like what you see here, like, share, and subscribe. If you're still on the fence about subscribing, take a look at the video that pops up at the very end here. Basically, what YouTube does takes all the algorithms of all the stuff you've been watching, all the nasty little stuff you've been watching, and it tries to match one of the videos in my vast video library up there just for you. That's okay. I got last and Nazi videos, so most likely they'll find something pretty easily. And if you like it there, then hit that subscribe button down below there. If you want to know when I'm going to be on live again next, you get the bell down below. It's a 50-50 chance of YouTube actually notifying you. Best thing to do is go to suspendedfanimation.com. Take a look at the schedule up there. I change it out every week. And then also I have all the links to my social media. So Twitter, Instagram, Patreon, no tier separate on the Patreon. Wait until I hit 1,000 subs. And then once that happens, I'll start taking money from you and actually give you stuff for that money as well. So I do have plans for that. I also have links to my YouTube channel here, my Facebook page, and a Facebook group page for those of you who still have Facebook, where you guys can post stuff and chat amongst yourselves. Yeah, there we go. It's going to be spoilers for movie Finobi, so you're going to not want to hear it if that's the case. So yeah. Mhm. Viking Bitch says, I have found that in order to make the notifications work, hit like on every video you watch. There we go. See, that's how you do it. Just hit like whether you like it or not. Spoiler alert, I am going to spoil the episode. If you have not seen the episode, go and watch it and then come on back. This will be a video you can comment down below in the comment section. All right. And since Viking Bitch, yeah, you're here. Thank you for the paddle again. So, yeah. That's the other side of the paddle. She likes flipping people off. I do too. Yeah. So, that's not directed to everyone who's viewing me, by the way. It's just, I like flipping the middle finger. So, especially with this series. So this is the last of Marvel Television. So Marvel Television was started with Ike Perlmutter and Jeff Loeb. So they did the Netflix, Marvel series. They also did Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., The Inhumans, and then the Hulu series as well for Runaways and Movie Finobi's favorite, Cloak and Dagger. He's still really crying about that they killed Cloak and Dagger for him. So this is the very last one in Jeff Loeb's sticky fingers, I guess you could say. And the reason for this is that Kevin Feige killed Marvel Television. He's like, yeah, fuck that. It's now everything's going to be folded under Marvel Studios. So everything that's going to Disney Plus, it's going to be Marvel. And there are some new shows that are actually going to be popping up on Hulu as well, not just Helstrom. They're all going to be under the Marvel Studios banner. This is still under Marvel Television, is what that is. There's the distinction for that. And you're going to say, well, why is that such a big deal? Because Jeff Loeb just doesn't seem to get the characters quite right. I mean, sure, in the Netflix series, Daredevil was awesome, did a great job. Luke Cage, we got some good stuff. Jessica Jones season 1 was awesome. I mean, just completely awesome. Season 2 missed the mark completely. And then, of course, Iron Fist sucked balls. So, and Punisher, not really the Punisher either. Those were the best of the Marvel Television series, in my opinion. The Hulu stuff, yeah. Runaways, Cloak and Dagger, while it was geared towards teenagers, it was still really shitty. And Marvel Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. started off like it was actually going to tie into the movies. It didn't. And then even ABC wanted to cancel it, but Disney told them, nope, you got to hang on to it. So ABC was like, you know what? Fuck you. We're going to move it over to the summer schedule because it doesn't work. And the less said about the Inhumans, the better. No one liked that piece of shit. So with that background out of the way, Helstrom is based on the comic book Son of Satan, which came out in the 70s, or started in the 70s, I should say. And already I was having reservations about this because they changed the spelling of the main character's name, Damien Helstrom. and they changed it to Damon Helstrom. So one L. And already in this first episode, we're not quite sure whether or not uh, demons are involved or really what the fuck is going on, to tell you the truth. So we know that he is a professor at a college in Portland. He is a psychologist, is what that is, what it looks like. And he also does demonic exorcisms as well. He works with an orphanage, I guess you could say, kind of, sort of. He actually works with a nun, or an ex-nun, I guess you could say, who runs an asylum. We're not really sure exactly what the fuck she's running. And he has some powers which we haven't really defined in this first episode. His sister, Anna Helstrom, is she basically, they don't talk. You know, they know of each they know of each other. They kind of grew up in the first early years, and they got separated out because of her mother. Their mother went mad, and their father may or may not be a serial killer. We don't know for sure, because again, we're not given a lot of information in this first episode. And also, by the way, their mother is possessed by something. We don't know what. Uh yeah, the whole thing, exactly, Joker. It does remind me a little bit of that Exorcist remake from Fox. And they even said, I mean, Damon even says that, you know, demonic entities or demonic spirit entities or other, is what he says, may be possessing her. So we really don't get a definition of what it is. Again, this is part of the Jeff Loeb playbook, where you have the comic name, or you have a lot of the comic in there, but you don't commit to it. And that's what makes it sucky for those of us who actually know the comic, and know the cool parts of the comic that you can actually bring in. And yes, in the comic, in Marvel in particular, hell is not a place. It is a bunch of different dimensions. You have various hell dimensions, is what these are. And they even bring it up as far back as the 70s with this whole Son of Satan series. And um, in the comic anyway, Anna, who's actually Satana in the comics, goes with her father and goes to hell and learns magic. And Damon, his mother, of course, goes mad because she's human, and she ends up in an asylum, and he ends up in an orphanage, where he goes to become a priest later on, and then finds out his true heritage. But that's going to be out the window with this whole thing, with this series, where his mother is still alive and she's possessed by something, we don't know what, has mystical powers. And also, on top of this, Damon now is going to be saddled with someone from the Vatican, another exorcist, I guess you could say. And she's very unseasoned, but she has a lot of knowledge. And supposedly he's at odds with the Vatican for reasons we don't know, because again, it hasn't been set up. We have a lot of mystery box that's going on. Basically, it's a mystery box with inside of an enigma, which is inside of another mystery box and a puzzle box. And also, one of those Chinese finger torture things. So yeah, this first episode was a mess. I mean, a complete and total mess. I wanted to like it. I wanted to like the characters. I wanted to, it had the atmosphere there, but it just kind of seemed to, it's kind of like a roller coaster. You're on, you get up to the top, and then you stop and you're stuck there. And you're like, well, that's a great view, but where's the thrill off of this? I'm now stuck here. Oh, you're calling in the fire department now to get me down off of this thing. Um, and that's pretty much what this is. It's the last dumpster fire that we're getting from Jeff Loeb. at this point. And I kind of think that Fahey, since he canceled everything else around all of this, he canceled the Ghost Rider, the live action Ghost Rider that Loeb was working on. He canceled like about 4 or 5 different series that Jeff Loeb was working on for Hulu, and just left this one. And I kind of want to say that Fahey, all he did was he did this so he could say, take a look at this compared to what I'm working on Disney Plus. This, which one do you like better? 1 or 2? 1 or 2? And that's pretty much what he's doing with this. He is giving Ike Perlmutter the last big middle finger, saying that your shit doesn't work. Mine does. And this is the way you should be doing it. It's kind of sad that he's doing this with this character, because you need to have some supernatural Marvel characters in the mix. Ghost Rider, we still haven't had a good Ghost Rider, and fuck that Nicolas Cage movie, both of them. Ghost Rider's one of my favorite characters. As you can see, you probably can't. It's someplace around here, but I've got there it is. Essential Ghost Rider, 1 and 2, volumes 1 and 2. And I mean, yes, Ghost Rider is one of those things. Midnight Suns, Werewolf by Night. I've got the whole digital selection of Werewolf by Night, Tomb of Dracula. All those things that Marvel has could be used for movies, TV series, things like that. And yet, for some reason, Fahey doesn't really like dealing with the Marvel, the supernatural side of Marvel, which is what we really need. And to kind of balance things out. Also, Blade, as well. I know they're going to be bringing in Blade, doing a reboot on it. They need it now rather than later. So I know he's working on the whole phase 4 section of this, but we really do need to have Blade come in at this point. A great character to play with in Marvel versus Capcom. Which one? Ghost Rider? Is that what you're talking about? Ghost Rider. Okay. Yeah, so this first episode right now is not wowing me. I'm gonna go through so my rule of thumb here is I do the first 4 episodes, and if all 4 episodes in a row are just me being negative about it, then I stop after that and I'm done. If for any reason, like I like an episode, like episode 3 or something like that, and I have positive stuff then I reset again and, go on from there. All 10 episodes have dropped on Hulu. They're already out there. I'm going to go episode by episode and just kind of feel my way through this slowly at this point. I'm actually going to be moving Helstrom over to Sundays and just basically take it once a week, 1 episode a week. I know a lot of you don't care about it. That's fine. It gives me something to do, on Sundays there. And The Mandalorian, of course, is coming out next Friday. That's the reason why I'm moving this thing from Friday over to Sunday. And also, I figured it'd just be blasphemous too to do some kind of satanic show on Sunday, so I can get all the hate mail from supposed Christians out there, who are just worshiping Satan anyway on their own time. You know who you are out there. What else do I have going on this week? Tomorrow is going to be another episode of Saturday Morning Blast Off, where I take the genre news of the week and any other genre stuff you guys want to talk about, and we talk about it. Sunday is episode 2 of Helstrom. Like I said, I'm going to do that there. Monday I'll be off, but Tuesday I'll be back with another episode of Is It Worth My Time? And this time around, it's going to be the 1994 TV series Briscoe County Jr., or The Adventures of Briscoe County Jr. I was originally going to do that yesterday, and Love and Monsters came out. I was reminded of that and did that instead. Wednesday I'll be off. Thursday, I don't know. It's going to be another episode of Is It Worth My Time? I just don't know what I'm going to do as of yet. I will think of something. And then, of course, Friday, we roll back around to season 2, episode 1 of The Mandalorian. And yeah, I'm going to be covering that. And also, at the end of The Mandalorian season 2, there's gonna be prizes. I've got some good stuff. Yeah. Not since I have one within reach. One of them, of course, is, or not trading cards. They're actually, you know, playing cards that have The Mandalorian on them. So there's that, and then there's some other stuff too that I've got. So you'll get to see it when I do that. Of course, you're gonna have to wait until December when the series is over with, or when the episode is over with. Season is over with. There we go. So with that said, if you like what you see here, like, share, and subscribe. If you're still on the fence about subscribing, take a look at the video that pops up at the very end here. And if you like that, hit that subscribe button. If you want to know when I'll be on live again next, you get the bell down below. It's a 50-50 chance of YouTube notifying you. Or if you're like Viking Mitch, you can go in, you can like the video or like all the videos that you watch. And that way you'll actually get the notifications. It seems to be working for her on that. Also, you can go to suspendedfanimation.com, take a look at the schedule. I change it out every week and I have the times up there. I'm usually within half an hour. If I'm going to be late, I try to, you know, uh, I try to be on time for everything I do, but sometimes it just doesn't happen. Work gets in the way, life gets in the way, that kind of stuff. Uh, and also all the links to my social media are on there on Suspended Fanimation as well. So thank you to everybody who joined me tonight in the chat, and thank you if you made it this far in the video. I will see you again tomorrow for Saturday morning blast off. So until then, don't let the door hit your ass on the way out. Otherwise, you may wind up in a very final season, episode, series that Jeff Loeb is working on, which is kind of sad, but at the same time needed. Thanks, everybody. I will see you again tomorrow. Until then, take care, be well, and stay safe out there. Good night, everyone.